We are very sorry, people. It seems we had a problem with going live. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. We are now live with the team tournament. Team tournament is a format in LudoSport where we're representing Team Hell and Emma representing Team Vale. Team Hell is in the lead. Emma is on. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a mistake regarding the name there. This is actually Jonas, I believe, from the UK. We are working on the issues with the scoreboards. Abraham has been tagged in. Both Carl and Abraham are Swedish friends of the members of the Swedish LudoSport schools based in Stockholm, both of them. Abraham is able to get a point, bring Carl to his last life, and it's 5-3 in favor of Team Hell. As I said earlier, I am very sorry for the stream starting, or the live stream starting early, much later than it was planned to. It seems I have forgotten to click a button. I apologize again for that. I'm your host. We are here at arena number 4, or I'm sorry, arena number 1. We will go to arena number 2. I'm sure if people are watching the separate streams from separate arenas, you will notice that team arena 1 and arena 2 have been swapped. It's just basically the name. So if you're watching arena number 2, that's actually arena number 1, and vice versa. In arena number 2, we have Matteo Barberi representing Team Frigg with quite a wide lead with 9 points left on their life bars, and Daniele Sammons from Team Tier is on his last life. The judges called for a tempo, and they're discussing the last assalto. This is we have some issues with the arena here, but we're trying to. We had some issues with the graphic, but hopefully they've been fixed and we will have no more issues there.
See me running a lot in the stream.
I am definitely seeing you running around. It's really hard to miss.
Actually, I think this tournament technically is a bit more difficult than yesterday's. Technically, when it comes to sabers and I don't know, live stream scoreboards and so on. But things are holding up so far. So.
Mary says there seems to be some issues with the connection, and one of the cameras is a bit tilted. Which do you know which arena that camera belongs to? We will go into it. It's Sunday and most of us were at the pork site yesterday. Yes, indeed.
Yes, I guess this live stream is for the posterity more than for the people that are watching live, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And all has been called on Daniel Simmons. He lost his last life and he will be tagged out from Team Tier, making the score even wider in favor of Team Frigg. Anna Taneveska is again Uh, quickly in this tournament. We will switch you quickly to arena number 3, where we have Enrico Costanza going up against Javier Quella. Enrico representing Team Thor and Javier representing Team Heimdall. Javier seems to have lost his last life. The lead is very wide in favor of Team Thor. Team Heimdall is trying to equalize. Enrico has been also tagged in favor of Fab Thomas. Yuan is going to try to equalize. And this is a very interesting interaction. We will see what the officials call it. They have called for a tempo. They will be discussing the action of the last assalto. Of course, even if there are no cameras or no ability to watch separate cameras today, you are able to see the scores being updated momentarily. If you go to and once you are sometimes Yuan is tagged in. Last life for Yuan for Team Heimdall. It seems it was the salto was nullified. It was a very interesting interaction as Fab was not able to process things. This this is likely a point on. Yes, it's a point on Johan. Johan loses his last life, and Team Thor wins the. Team Thor wins wins the round. For Team Hell, the score is 6-6. We have Maxine trying to push Camilla, who's very, very hard to push. She's a very experienced fighter. The assault seems to have been nullified, which means it's not exhausted. If you guys in the live stream have any questions, please let us know, and we will try to answer these questions as best as we can. Tempo has been called by the official of the arena. They're discussing the last assalto. No, the doppio that happened, I believe. 57, less than a minute on the clock for this round. Of course, each round is planned or has 3 minutes because a lot of things being tagged in. The clock. The point goes to Alexander, and the score is Rock Faxidas de Bolos tagged in again from Team Vidar. And stealing a point very quickly. Roro is on her last life. She will be tagged out, I think. We're waiting on the. Matteo has been tagged in again. Team Vidar with a 2-point lead so far. Martina has been tagged in place of Rock. Martina Ramitsana, I'm sorry. This is both are being very careful. Even though Martina's team is in the lead, they are trying to keep that lead. But Matteo is able to steal a point and a life from the life pool of Martina. we will be. Of course, if you have any questions regarding the format of the team tournament, let us know as well. We will try as much as possible to answer any and all questions.
Som misoflame. Kombo-dödsar.
Du tänkte att man rycker ut så individuella mikroskopiner.
Så du typ slow-cookar och så torkar du det?
Jag tror att det är något sånt.
Coolt. Ja, det kan jag tänka mig. Det skulle inte förvåna mig.
Men det här konceptet känns ganska starkt.
Ja.
You with the stuff.
Yeah. We're just gonna stay here because the others are slow.
Is this a new thing? Is this a new thing?
Who got the point? And Martina loses the last life. She is tagged out, and we have.
You know that. You know what I'm talking. Yeah, so we're waiting for quarterfinal. I think you work both your...
Between 1-1 lost.
Okay, that one was and the other one was... We were telling them where you're going to. You were here 2 times, but then you were another one.
We got twice.
But you did only 2?
Only 2.
Okay. Alright.
What's my team after that? I don't know my team.
Gonna announce when it starts again. Say, okay, and blah blah blah. They're here.
It's fair. I think it was a very fair one.
The next round of the next phase has already started, and we will move quickly to arena number 2. And I think we're already in arena number 2. Okay. We have Team Thor against Team Tyr. It's just started. Team Tyr is down 1 point. And Mary says Ville. She says hi.
Hello there.
I forgot to transition. I'm very sorry. This is not a good look for me so far today. At any rate, we have Hanna Gilland against Anna Taniveska. Waves, thank you. Waves back, I believe. Hanna is tagged out.
Instead there's Enrico Costanza.
Yes.
Names are hard.
Yeah, I've been watching last names all weekend. So yeah, like
I do not blame you. Furthermore, the font is not very easily read.
Yeah, like even when it's easily read, it's just difficult.
Maybe I'm not
Enrico,
a proficient reader.
Yeah, it's fine. Enrico has been tagged in with fresh with 3 lives. This is a very good interactions with very nice sequences. And Anna gets the point. She gives the lead to Team Tyr.
Team
Team Heimdall's Johan Claesson, Lille Leon, for battle tag. And he gets the point, I believe.
Yeah, that's a clean hit.
It's a very clean hit, actually. Bringing Roro to her last life. Do wonder if she's going to be tagged out. And she is going to be tagged out. Marco Palena is tagged in for Team Frigg.
And immediately it becomes more fast-paced.
Exactly. And the thing is, each, as we mentioned, the teams are not based on nationality. The teams are randomized to create the best balance between all competitors in each team. I have been just informed that separate arena cameras are available now, so if you would like to watch a certain arena and watch a certain team, you are now being able to. We will move to arena number 1, which is since we would like to also note that arena cameras for arena 1 and arena 2 have been swapped, so if you would like to watch arena number 1 or arena A, you need to choose arena number 2 in the live stream, and vice versa for arena number 1. Arena number 2, you will have to choose arena number 1 in the live stream. In arena number 1, we have Camila Barberis up against Leia Pasqua. I hope I got that right.
Close enough.
Thank you. Hell versus Freya, and Team Hell is in the lead, 10-7. It's now 10-6. Leia is on her last life, and the gap is widening between those two teams. We can also try to cover as many matches and as much action as possible. We will move to arena number 4. We have Team Odin, represented by Albin Blomqvist, going against Maxime Lamami, going from Team Frey. Yes, Team Frey and Team Freya are different teams. Again, they're based after gods and goddesses of Norse mythology.
We're Frey and Freya.
Very on point for us Swedes here.
True enough.
2 points in favor of Team Odin so far.
This is harsh. Both of my friends.
Where can we find the links to the separate cameras? Let me just do a quick check here. I will get back to you quickly with an answer. Yes, if you go to the search bar and type LudoSport Sweden, aside from the main tournament live stream, you have multiple streams available for multiple cameras. Just search LudoSport Sweden in the search bar, and you should find the available cameras listed there. As it is happening, it seems that Joey has been tagged in for Team Frey, and Albin is tagged out. It is 9-11. Carlos Escobar has been tagged in for Team Odin. We will also try to move to arena number 3. In arena number 3, we have Team Frigg versus Team Heimdall. Team Heimdall has the lead with 9 points to 7. Roro is tagged in with her last life. Alberto Angelini, director for LudoSport Ordine de Marte, the LudoSport school in Rome. The judges called for a stop, and they called also for tempo, discussing the last assalto. And again, if thank you, Joe, and again, thank you for joining us in the live stream. If you have any questions, please let us know, and we will try to answer them as best we can. Nobody heard that. Okay. I think it was nullified.
Yeah.
Yes. Now the assault. When an assault is not nullified, it will not be exhausted. It will be repeated. There. Oh, that was nicely done by Alberto. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Lolo actually got the point. She got first.
A whiplash on his shoulder.
Oh wow, that was impressive. That was really impressive.
Yeah.
Alberto has been tagged out. Luisa is tagged in. Also, Roro tagged out because one life left, and they would like to preserve the people with one life left until the end. Hopefully, to be able to rest properly. Elena Emanuele from Team Frigg, and that was a quick assalto. A point. Luisa steals a point, and it is now 8-6. This is Form 1 versus Form 2. Judges stop the match and call for a tempo.
Yeah.
We will see.
I believe there might have been an Isuro.
Likely.
No.
It has been nullified. And Form 1 is very effective. Is a very effective defensive form. If you can do it like effectively, you can do a lot with it.
The problem when going against Form 2 is that
It is
you are
designed,
often overwhelmed by the amounts of attacks.
Exactly. Form 2 is, speaking from my own experience as a Form 2, as a Form 1, I used to be Form 1. It's very hard to combat Form 2. There is a specific way to do it, but you need to be very quick on your reactions because they're going to be mostly focused on trying to get a strike on your hands or on your hilt for you to open up, because Form 1 as a defensive form, it is very well established in defensive measures. You have a safe circle at Form 1. And now, I'm sorry, I digressed a little bit here. We have Luisa from Team Heimdall going against Matteo Barberi from Team Frigg. Team Heimdall has the advantage so far with 8 points to 5. Matteo has been very impressive today, as he was impressive, of course, yesterday.
I think he got nicked on the throat.
Yeah, hopefully it wasn't that hard of a
No, I
hit.
think it was merely a scratch. He seems to have reacted as such, at least.
Mary says.
Apparently, he got hit first, though.
Oh, okay. That is something. This is the thing, because this is why having officials. Without officials from Income, we can't have any tournaments, because they see that their job is to make sometimes very difficult calls, and of course, even as I'm sitting here watching the matches live and watching them on stream as well, sometimes it's hard for people here sitting to actually try and call what was going on, because sometimes the angle doesn't help, and that's why we have an official and an assistant.
Speaking of what's going on, apparently Johan Claesson has been taken in as part of Heimdall instead of has been tagged in.
Matteo on his last life, 4 points for Frigg, 7 for Heimdall. It is a point for Matteo and for Team Frigg, actually. I'm sorry. Yes. So there will likely be a tag in.
Yep.
Alberto Angelini is tagged in for Johan, and Matteo is tagged out in favor of Marco. I believe Marco Palena, if I'm not mistaken. Palena. Team Heimdall's in the lead. The match has been stopped. I believe Marco might have gotten a hit. So we saw basically an E strike happened before an O strike, which nullifies the assault, and it is repeated. That was very quick on the offensive by Marco.
Nothing.
Oh my god! I mean, the streams are going to be available on YouTube.
I'm gonna rewatch this. I'm gonna have to.
We'll see. Like what the call. The call is actually on Alberto. He loses a point. The team loses a point, and he is down to his last life. As things are happening here, we would move to arena number 1. And in arena number 1, we have Team Hell against Team Freya. Well, actually, Team Freya is on the last point, and Daniele on his last life. Daniele was able to earlier equalize the score for his team from 6-1 to 1-1. Also against, of course, he lost. Fortunately, he lost his last life against Lorenzo Todaro. He's doing the same here. Did he succeed actually?
Let's see.
In equalizing the. He did. He takes a point from Daniele Serif.
It's now 2-1.
It's 2-1. Daniele on his last life, doing amazingly so far. Links to the other cameras. Search for LudoSport Sweden on YouTube, and they will come up in search. Yes, exactly, Mary. That is exactly right. Now, this is last life for both competitors. Daniele Rossi is actually a fencer from the Rome school. They're being very careful. Each competitor is on last life, and especially Daniele Panizza, because he's the last life and the last point for his team. He's trying to be as cautious as possible, and I believe he got the point there. This was very quick and very interesting sequence. He does get a point. Daniele lost his last life, and now he will be tagged out for Camilla Barberis. This is the last assalto of this round. Both on their last life, last point. This is literally a match point, or a round point, if you will. Both are very cautious. There is no room for taking risks here. You have to be patient and very precise when you try to either find or create an opening, which Daniele is trying to do here. Both are using form 1, switching from form 1 to form, I believe, 3 or 4. And there we have it. Let's see what the judges call it then. I think Camilla got the point.
Yeah.
She did get the point, and Team Hell wins this round. Daniele did a really great work in this, and as the round here is finished, we can move to Arena 4, I believe. Arena 4, we have Lorenzo Todaro from representing Team Odin, who just lost a life actually, going as Joey Fischer from Team Frey on his last life. We are just they're updating the score. The assault has started. Lorenzo, of course, is one of the most famous names in the LudoSport network, being effectively a founder, or he's one of the oldest, if not the oldest, and the oldest members, not the oldest in age, of course, but the oldest since the sport has been founded. As he mentioned yesterday during the stream, he spent about almost half his life doing LudoSport. He's a very respected. He's an amazing athlete and a very respected name in the LudoSport network. Team Odin has a very wide lead over Team Frey. Maxime has been tagged in with his last life. He's gonna definitely try to equalize the score for his team. Lorenzo is relentless in his attacks, and Maxime loses his last life, he has to be tagged out in favor of a team member. Let's see who it is. The gap is getting really wide. It's definitely going to be hard for Team Frey to come back in this round.
Definitely.
Alessandra Bellini is tagged in, also with her last life. The assault starts. Oh, this was very nicely done from Alessandra, bringing Lorenzo to 2 lives, and the
He is getting tagged out.
he's getting tagged out. How do you read this?
Julia, skulle jag säga.
Julia Palladino is tagged in for Team Odin with 3 lives, pretty much fresh into this match. She gets a point on Alessandra. Alessandra loses her last life, and she will be tagged in for the last competitor of her team,
Which seems to be Alessandra Yomidolini. No, there we go.
Ruggero Pini. Last
Pini.
life, last point. Will he be able to affect the...
He is a staff wielder. They can cause quite the upset
Yes, this is...
if they are proficient.
Yes, exactly. Staff is one of the most difficult combination of weapons in this sport.
Both to use and to predict.
Exactly. So you can effectively become a helicopter using the staff.
It's the one place you're allowed it.
Exactly. I mean, if you're using Form 4, you're...
I mean, yeah. Because
I'm sorry, let's see what this
seems
is.
he's taking a point.
Tempo has been called by the officials.
Okay.
They're discussing the last assalto to make sure they are calling it correctly.
Seems they both have a different opinion of what they actually saw.
And things can happen very quickly during a match. Or making certain calls regarding an assalto can be very difficult sometimes. Now they're speaking with Ruggero, trying to get more information regarding the assalto, and it has been nullified. The assalto will be repeated. Here we go. Staff versus long blade. Is of course one of the disadvantages of long blade, having a twice the length of health, and he's forced out. That was impressive by Julia, definitely.
He needed the space to move to use his longer reach techniques.
Exactly.
And she just kept pushing him.
Exactly. And apparently this is actually the last arena with and it is over. Team Odin takes the win with a wide lead. Very well done. Hard luck to Team Frey. As now there are no ongoing matches.
That seems to be it for the quarterfinals.
The quarterfinals are effectively over right now. We will be taking a very quick pause, and we will be right back. Please stay tuned. This is going to get even more interesting. Thank you for joining us, and we will be back soon. Hello everyone and welcome back to the final phases, semifinals of the team tournament. I'm your host Gabi again, and my last name is not again, but yes. We are starting the last tournament, the last phase semifinals. This is going to be 4 teams have qualified, and we will be trying to capture as much as possible of that. It has. Sorry, this is not the right camera. Now we have Team Frigg, represented right now by Matteo Barberi, going against Albin Blomqvist, representing Team Odin. Last Assalto has been called, or the officials are discussing the result of the last Assalto, and I will transition now. Thank you. And I believe the Assalto has been nullified, so it will be repeated. A tempo has been called. Also, the second arena is also hosting teams from the second 2 teams are competing in the semifinals. Those teams are Hell and Thor. We will get back to this arena once they have started the matchup. We'll go back to the first arena, and the officials are still. Oh, they're finished discussing and they're ready to make the call for Assalto. It will be a yellow card for Albin. And the yellow card actually causes a lost point. Albin is tagged out. From Team Odin, Carlos Escobar is tagged in, and they will be starting right now. Escobar is a very agile fencer. Matteo is keeping him at bay so far. And the point is awarded to Carlos. Matteo is being tagged out, and Marco Palena is tagged in his place. Moving quickly to arena the second arena, where Hell and Thor are competing in the second arena for the semifinals. We have Daniele Rossi representing Team Hell going against Xavi Yagoes representing Team Thor. So far it is 11-11. Xavi has been tagged out, and also Daniele has been tagged out. I'm sorry. Fab Thomas is tagged in for Team Thor, and Henrietta Laurel is tagged in for Team Hell. Both have 3 lives still. The official is yes. The match is going to continue. We will move to the first arena for a short while. And it is Giulia Palladino from Team Odin versus Roro Calvar from Team Frigg. Luckily, Roro is still able to compete. They're measuring each other up, being careful, concise, and it is Iso, and the assaulto has been nullified, and it will be repeated.
Antingen är de nere i det hörnet eller det hörnet. Det är lite osäkert.
The assault is started. So far, the teams are evenly matched. They're still tied for points. And Julia seems to be able to score the point, giving a lead to her team. Julia has been tagged out for Lorenzo Todaro, and as things are happening here, we will move again to arena number the second arena. For anybody who's watching separate streams, please remember the second arena is actually arena number 1, as they have been swapped. Carl Chilean from Team Hell versus Hannah Gilliland from Team Thor, and the teams are tied again. And two double dagger wielders in the arena. This should be very interesting. Xavi Yaguez from Team Thor has been tagged in, and this is gonna be rather interesting to watch. And Xavi comes in quickly for the point. He scores a point and a lead for his team. Xavi is tagged out, and Enrico Costanza is tagged in. Double blades versus long blade. Enrico reuses the better reach from his saber, and Carl is tagged out, having 1 life left. Camilla Barberis is tagged in. Team Thor holds a slight advantage over Team Hell. Ooh, that was well done. I believe Camilla takes the point. She does, bringing the overall total of points from Team Thor to 9, slightly equalizing things for her team. As officials are discussing, we will move to the first arena, where Team Frigg and Team Odin are at it. Team Odin has a slight advantage. Again, Albin and Matteo are at it. Matteo at his last life. The assaulto has been stopped by the official, and Albin seemed to have lost a point, going again also to his last life. No tags. Both competitors at their last life, and this is Oh, it has been nullified. There was an E strike before the O strike, and the assault will be repeated. Oh, nicely done by Albin. He gets the point. Matteo has no lives left. He's been tagged out. Elena Emanuele is tagged in, trying to hopefully eliminate Albin, having one life left. For 1. Oh, and that was very close. That was very close. And the call, Albin takes a point, bringing the overall total of points 8 to Team Odin and 5 to Team Frigg. Marco Palena has been tagged in, and Albin has been tagged out. Lorenzo Todaro is tagged in for Team Odin. Marco will definitely be doing his best to equalize. The officials have actually finished discussing the last assault, and we're waiting for Marco to be able to come back to the arena again for the call to be made. We will just see what call has been made here, if Lorenzo actually creates an even wider advantage for his team. He does actually. It is 8-4, and while things are happening in this arena, we will move to arena the second arena actually, where teams Thor and Hell are going at it still, and this is a very close match so far, and Daniele Rossi gets a very quick swipes in, uses a long reach to be able to take the point. Hanna loses her last life, and she has to be tagged out. Daniele was checking if he's going to be tagged out as well, but apparently not. Now is Daniele going against Enrico Costanza. Both have 2 lives, 7 points for each team. This is a very close match. And that was a quick swipe from Daniele. But Enrico actually gets the point very quickly. A very quick swipe. I'm sorry. No tags so far. Daniel is on his last life. 7-6 for Team Thor. He's gonna try to use likely. He's using the last life he has, maybe to try and equalize. And Enrico gets the point. Daniele has lost his last life and is effectively unable to compete anymore in this round, bringing the total 7-5. 7-5 for Team Thor. Henrietta Laurel is being tagged in from Team Hell. And Enrico gets swipes in quickly and gets a point. A wider lead for Team Thor so far. Henrietta is still in the arena with last life. Fab Thomas has been tagged in instead of Enrico Costanza. Henrietta is going to try to close. That was the judges have called for tempo. I believe this could be a doppio. As the judges are discussing the events of this arena, we will be moving to arena number 1 or 2, it depends. And Team Odin still holds a wide lead over Team Frigg at 7-4. Officials are discussing as there's an action happening in the second arena. We will move there quickly. Another tempo has been called. The judges are being very careful with their calls here. This is the semifinals, and they need to be very careful and very observant of the overall action happening there. Is 6-4. Roro is tagged in for Team Frigg with the last life she has against Julia Palladino with 3 lives still. Roro is going to try her best to equalize. The less points you have left, the less your choices are about who's been tagged in. And Julia Palladino gets the point. Roro loses her last life and she cannot be competing anymore in this round. Marco with 2 lives in, 6-3, quite a wide gap to try and overcome. There was an E followed by no, so the judges decided to continue the salto. Marco is trying, and this could be actually a nullo, or maybe like an O. It was an O. It was when the E and the O happen at the same time. The O counts. If the E is slightly earlier than the O, the assault will be nullified. Marco is able to equalize a little bit. It's 3-5 for Team Odin. Team Frigg. Elena Emanuele has been tagged in instead of Marco, and she's at her last life as well. She's trying to find openings, and she is. Oh, this was very well done. There was a tempo called. It's an interesting. It was a very good interaction between these two. The judges are trying to make the best call here, or the right call, as much as they've seen so far within the match or within the assault. We will move again quickly to the other arena, where we have Team Hell's Carl Chilean against Xavi Yaguez from Team Thor. Both are wielding short daggers. And I believe Xavi actually gets the point. Yes, he does. Carl Chilean lost his last life. He is unable to continue in the tournament. He will be tagged out. It is 5-3 for Team Thor. We will keep moving between arenas to see how the scores are looking. 5-2 for Team Odin over Team Frigg. Marco is again trying to equalize as much. I believe Emma might have been eliminated. That was a very nice swipe and quick sequence by Marco. Julia Palladino is down to her last life. There would have been no tags out or tags in. Marco is going to try his best to try and eliminate Julia. And let's see what the judges call it. And he is able to 2-3. He's able to equalize. Julia cannot be Julia cannot be competing anymore. Marco with 2 lives and Lorenzo Todaro with 1 life left. 2-3 in favor of Odin. Can we see actually Marco eliminating Lorenzo? Oh, that was nicely done. Nicely done by Lorenzo. 1 last point, 1 last life. Lorenzo is going to try to seal this round and have the team qualify to the last the final round, and its tempo has been called by the judges. Basically, this point decides if Lorenzo or Marco can continue. Of course, if Lorenzo got the point, Team Frigg is eliminated, and the judges are back now. And they called the point for Marco. Lorenzo has lost all his lives. Now it is Marco trying to change the tides of this round. And we have Albin tagged in, Albin Blomqvist. One life left for each. Oh, that was very quick. That was really good. And Team Frigg has been eliminated from this tournament. Team Odin continues and qualifies to the finals. Hard luck for Team Frigg. It was really well done. Marco tried his best. Now we'll move to the other arena and see the end of this. Xavi again in the arena going against Camila Barberis, and Camila gets the point. This is the last life for Xavi, so he will likely be tagged out, I believe. Yes, he is tagged out, and Fab Thomas is tagged in, also on his last life. 2-3. This match is very close as of yet. Camilla is the only competitor of her team that is able to compete right now. 2 lives, 2 points left for her team. And she got a point. Fab has been eliminated. It brings down to the total to 2 teams for each 2 points for each team. Enrico Costanza has been tagged in on his last life. He's gonna hopefully try to get like a good lead for his team. If he loses a point, he is also everything. And she was tagged. She was tagged 1 point. The official has demanded for silence, as it is a rule during matches to be completely silent while matches are still happening. And he, wait, the saber stopped working, and the assault will be restarted. Both competitors are their last life, and Enrico is gonna try to seal the win for his team. Camilla has 1 life left and the last point, and Enrico gets the point. Camilla loses her last life, and Team Hell has been eliminated, which brings Team Thor to the finals. Team Thor has advanced to the finals. Teams Hell and Frigg have been eliminated. Now teams Odin and Thor have both qualified to the finals of the team tournament. We will be taking a short pause. And we will be back very soon. Stay tuned for the finals of the team tournament, Battle of Valhall. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Hello everyone and welcome back.
The streaming is going
It's
fine?
going, yeah. We just went back into the stream. Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm still your host Gabi, and we are moving into the finals of the team tournament Battle of Valhall. The qualified teams, Team Thor and Team Odin, are going to fight now in the Jotunheim arena for the title of champions of the team tournament. This is a very exciting tournament so far. Very unexpected turns. We are going to be starting very soon. The competitors are getting ready, and we will be starting very shortly. And we are starting. I will move to the arena Jotunheim. Now it is Team Thor and Team Odin representing Team Thor in the first, I believe, likely in the first part of it is going to be Enrico Costanza from Team Thor versus Albin Blomqvist from Team Odin. Our meeting, and wishing each other good luck. Yeah, because having 4 sabers is too mainstream. Now we will see the graphic will be updated with the competitors starting to represent their teams. Albin Blomqvist is representing Odin, and Fab Thomas is representing Thor. Every competitor is starting fresh with 3 lives, and the finals will begin momentarily. And it has begun. The finals for the team tournament Battle of Valhall has started. Albin and Fab being very careful, measuring each other, trying to find openings or even create openings. Fab is switching between forms 2, 3, and 4, and Albin seems to have got the first point of the match. Yes, he has, giving the lead to Team Odin. Fab chooses to continue, trying to equalize. He is using form 2 versus Fab's form 4 for 4, and the judges has called. It's actually hard to call it, and the officials called for a tempo. It was an equalizer. There will be a tag out and tag in. Fab has been tagged out, and also Albin have been tagged out. The competitors tagged in: Hanna Gilland, Team Thor, and Lorenzo Todaro, Team Odin. And Lorenzo gets the point, giving the lead back again to Team Odin. This is a close match so far, very close match. Hanna and Lorenzo decide to stay for the next Assalto. And Lorenzo gets another point, bringing the total to 11-9 in favor of Team Odin. Hanna has 1 life left, so she decides to tag out. Xavi comes in. Xavi Aguez, one of the South champions and dueler of wielder of double daggers. Lorenzo and Xavi are very quick, I believe Lorenzo might have gotten an O. Yes, he has. The lead is widening between those two teams. No tags in. The match continues. Ooh, that was a tag on the shoulder by Lorenzo, I believe. It is actually a tempo. The official has called for tempo to discuss this assalto. It was very quick, and certain angles can be very deceiving sometimes, so that's why we have assistance. assistants going around the arena, trying to cover every single angle for these. And it is Isuo, which is basically an E strike happened before no strike, so the assalto has been nullified and it will be repeated and it will stop. Okay, it was stopped due to possible technical difficulties. The assault will continue now. 11 points for Team Odin, 8 for Team Thor. Xavi is going to do his best to equalize and bring his team back into... I am very unsure about that interaction. We'll see what the judges call it. And the judges call a point for Team Odin. Xavi will be tagged out and Enrico will be tagged in. 11 for Team Odin, 7 for Team Thor. Enrico Costanza is tagged in. He's gonna try to take on and equalize for his team. That was very close by Lorenzo. Almost got the strike, and it's been stopped. Wait, was it? Maybe Enrico has been. Yes, 40. 40 means that the competitor stepped outside of the arena, which means an instant point for the opposing team. It is 11-6. Lorenzo has been tagged out. Giulia Palladino, fresh into the match, has been tagged in. 11-6. It's a wide, and I believe Enrico gets a point. He does get a point, bringing Team Odin to 10 points. There are no tags, so the match will continue with those two competitors. And Enrico gets yet another point, bringing the total of points for Team Odin to 9. Slightly making it easier for his team to come back and be very trying to turn the tide of this match. Hannah Yellen has been tagged in for Team Thor, and Carlos Escobar has been tagged in for Team Odin. This is the first appearance of Carlos in this match. He's Hannah switching between Form 1 and Form 2, and this could be likely a doppio. It is all on Hannah. She has lost the last life, and the score is 9-5 for Team Odin. Fab is coming into the arena, and Albin is tagged in instead of Carlos. 9-5 for Team Odin. This is becoming very difficult, and slightly difficult for Team Thor to come back from. And Albin likely scored the point here. We'll see what the judges call it. The officials call for tempo to make sure they are making the right call for this assalto. It appears the officials have reached a decision, and I see likely a white card for Albin, I believe, regarding declarations. And Fab actually gets the point, bringing Albin to... Yes, it is. Yes, it's a point for Fab. Albin is at his last life, 5-8. Let's see if Fab can actually eliminate Albin in this matchup. Everything is possible at this point, even a comeback for Team Thor, although hard, but it's not impossible. And I think Albin has been eliminated. I might be mistaken. Let's see what the judges called. And Albin has been eliminated. He lost his last life. He's gonna be tagged out. 5-7. Team Thor is not out of the fight yet. Team Thor might actually be looking for a tag in. Julia is being tagged in, and Julia Palladino is tagged in with her last life. Enrico Costanza with 2 lives being tagged in. 5-7. And will Enrico be able to effectively eliminate Julia from this match? This is very close. Oh, I hope he's okay. That was a very interesting technique. Very interesting execution. The official is checking with Enrico if he's okay. And it was an O for Julia. Enrico is on his last life, as is Julia. The gap is wide again, 7-4 for Team Odin. And Julia has been tagged out, I believe, or I'm not sure if. Oh God! Okay, guys, relax. This was a joke. There was no black card. The assault hasn't started. Julia and Enrico remain in the match. This is pretty much whoever gets struck by the other is effectively eliminated from this final. And it was Enrico gets a point, I believe. And Julia has been eliminated from this finals. She's tagged out, and Lorenzo Todaro has been tagged in. Xavi, with his last life, is tagged in now, trying to try and make this match into a tie. And I believe Xavi might have been eliminated here. It's a tempo by the officials. They're going to be discussing the actions of the last assalto. If the point is called for Lorenzo, Xavi is eliminated from the finals. Lorenzo is still on 3 lives. He's still able to compete, likely until the end of this final. We're waiting for the officials to make the call for this assalto. And this kind of dancing. It has been Doppio, called Doppio. The match will continue. Doppio is striked by both competitors in the same time. Xavi is doing his best to fend off Lorenzo. There was a very close call. This could be a point for Xavi, but we'll see. It is a point for Xavi. 4-5 for his team. No tag so far, I believe. Okay, Enrico is being tagged in instead of Xavi. Enrico on his last life. 4-5. Team Thor is trying to get back, and this might be actually it. This might be the one to tie the scores for both teams. Judges are called the tempo for to check the call, and it is it is a tie again. They're seeing if anybody's going to be tagged in. Enrico will remain, and Carlos Escobar with 3 lives still being tagged into the match. Enrico is on his last life, but the score is tied for both teams, 4-4. maybe Team Thor will be able to decide, and this could be the elimination of Enrico. We will see the call of the judges. It is actually a point for Enrico. Team Thor, for the first time in this match, taking the lead. Enrico is being tagged out for Fab Thomas, who has 2 lives left. They're trying to maintain this lead. Both competitors with 2 lives left. That was very close for Fab Thomas to be stepping outside the arena. This is a very intense match so far, a very intense round. The final round. And oh, what happened? Was the strike first, or was Fab going out of the arena first? The strike was first. The strike was first. Thor, Team Thor with 2-point lead. Carlos Escobar and Fab Thomas still in the arena. Carlos Escobar is on his last life. This could be a Thor win. We still don't know. We will have to wait and find out. It is... Oh, the officials called for the Assalto to continue. I believe this was a point for Team Odin. Maybe we will see what the judges call it. It is a team... it is a point for Team Odin, which brings the total to 3-2. Fab is tagged in for Javier. I'm sorry, Xavi. I'm so sorry. Lorenzo Todaro is tagged in. Each of those competitors have 1 life left. We'll see if Lorenzo will be able to again reverse the tide of this match or this round so far. Ooh, this is a very interesting stance from Xavi. Xavi has been very efficient so far with his dual wielding, and he is trying to lure Lorenzo into... Oh! Lorenzo gets the point, effectively eliminating Xavi from this round and bringing the totals 2-2. Now, this match has been very close. This is a very, very exciting round. Now, Enrico comes in with his last life. Enrico's gonna try to... And Lorenzo getting the point and eliminating Enrico. 2-1, back Team Odin back into the lead. This is last point. Fab is coming tagged in, last life and last point for his team. Will Lorenzo be able to seal the deal for his team, or will Fab be able to eliminate Lorenzo and bring this match into a very interesting last salto? And there has been a small accident. I think, Fab was struck on his nose. We hope it's not. We hope he's going to be all right. And it's the match has been suspended.
Something clean. Kleenex.
We hope Fab is going to be able to continue this match. We hope it's not bad so far. The strike was on the nose, and he's been nosebleeding ever since the strike happened. I have just been informed that Fab has been struck on actually his lip and not his nose. He's bleeding a little bit from the lip, but he is all right. He is fine, and we are waiting for. We're waiting to see if he'll be able to continue the match. Hopefully, the bleeding will stop soon. We will be updating you on everything. As soon as we can, we will just go into a very, very quick pause here, and we will be back. Everyone, we are back, and Fab is okay. It's just a little bleeding in the. It's a little bleeding in the lip, but he is all right. He's able to continue competing. Of course, he's on his last life, so it depends. We'll see how this unfolds. He's all right. And I've been informed that it's just a small cut on the lip. He bled a little bit, but he is a-okay, and he is cleared to continue this match. We will see how this match unfolds. Fab Thomas is on his last life, and this is the last point for his team. Lorenzo is also on his last life, but there is still another competitor on his team that can compete. We will see how this unfolds. And Lorenzo tags out. The shot was called. The shot was called. The point was called. It was a point for Fab. This is the last point and the last life for both competitors. This is the final, likely the final assalto of the battle, the team tournament. Whoever wins this wins the tournament for his team. And an O was called. The judges are going to make this call. The tempo was called. The officials are going to discuss this last assalto. This is the match point. This is the tournament point, actually. The winner of this, the one who gets the point, he will of course, they and like their team will be announced champions of this team tournament. We are waiting for the call from the judges, and they are back. They are calling for a white card, probably lack of declaration. We will see what happened. So it has been Isuo. It's nullified. The assalto is repeated, and Carlos and Fab are on it. And I believe Team Odin has won. I believe Team Odin has won the finals. Let's see the call just to confirm it. Yes, Team Odin wins the team tournament with the last point. This was such an amazing match. Ups and lows, highs and lows. Both teams were in the lead at some point. It was an amazing match. Team Odin has effectively won the team tournament. And this is the final saluto of this tournament. Congratulations to Team Odin and every member, and hard luck for Team Thor. Everyone did spectacularly. Now we are going into the crowning ceremony. Unfortunately, the ceremony will not be streamed. We would like to thank everyone who was here in the audience and everyone who joined the live stream. Also, we would like to thank the income members for their hard work at making the calls as correctly as possible. We would like all the athletes who traveled from many different countries to Sweden to be able to compete both in the Champions Arena yesterday and the team tournament. We are very happy to have been able to host this tournament in Sweden. We also thank the athletes who traveled, and for the winners, congratulations, and for the people who didn't manage to win, hard luck. Thank you so much for joining us today. We wish you a very good day, and remember, love LudoSport. Be well, be healthy, be safe, and of course, one name, one sky. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.